remembered the secret the Arbiter had told me about Jessica. I smiled. I didn't want their cheap affection anymore. I was going to make sure they knew the truth, and then I was going to make sure they lost everything they cared about. I went to find Brian Powell. The Vance and Powell families had arranged a marriage between Brian and Jessica years ago. Brian hated the arrangement, but he couldn't defy his family's orders. When I was brought back, my face had been plastered all over the news. Brian recognized me immediately. He looked at me with bored indifference. What? Is the Vance family swapping brides now? I shook my head. I'm here to make a deal. Brian raised an eyebrow. What kind of deal? I know you don't want to marry into my family. It's just business pressure. If Vance Enterprises suddenly went bankrupt, your parents wouldn't force you to go through with the wedding, would they? I have a way to tank their stock. Brian sat up straighter. He laughed, a sharp, cynical sound. It seems the prodigal daughter has realized that blood isn't thicker than water. Well, do we have a deal, Mr. Powell? If your family goes under, you go down with them. You're willing to lose everything? I told you, this is a trade. I help you destroy the Vance legacy. In return, you give me $10 million in cash. And when the bank auctions off the Vance estate, you buy it and deed it to me. That's it? That's it. 10 million was enough for a lifetime of comfort. As for the villa, in my last life, they kicked me out of it to die. In this life, I was going to kick them out. Brian nodded slowly. Bankrupting Vance Enterprises isn't a small task. What do you need from me? First, the money. Now. I don't trust you not to stiff me. Brian took the slip of paper with my account number, handed it to his secretary, and 5 minutes later, the funds cleared. I smiled. You aren't worried I'm scamming you? It's just 10 million. I'll take the gamble. Besides, no one in the city is stupid enough to scam Brian Powell. What's part 2? Next week, the Powells are hosting the Grand Gala. I need you to add a segment to the program. When I finished explaining, Brian looked at me with confusion. That's all it takes? I nodded. Just sit back and watch the show. You'll witness the Vance empire crumble in real time. A week later, the Grand Gala, the most exclusive event in the city, arrived. When the invitation arrived at the house, Jessica noticed a new addition to the schedule. All heirs and heiresses will take the stage to share a personal story from their upbringing. Jessica squealed with delight. This must be Brian's idea. He wants to get to know me better but is too shy to ask directly, so he made a whole event out of it. It's so romantic. Like, to hug you, I hugged the whole world vibes. I have to write the perfect speech. She glanced over at me, her eyes narrowing. Mom, Dad, does Alara have to speak, too? I'm so curious what a farm girl would even talk about. Shoveling pig manure? Is that what you did all day, sister? My parents looked at me with undisguised revulsion. It's a high society gala. What could she possibly share without making us vomit? Alara, listen to me. Everyone knows you're back, so we have to take you. But keep your mouth shut. Smile more, speak less. Do not show your lack of breathing. We cannot afford the embarrassment. And I heard you went to see Brian the other day? You think just because you're the biological daughter you can steal Jessica's fiancé? Look in a mirror. Brian wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole even if he had brain damage. From now on, you don't see anyone without our permission. Stop humiliating us. Jessica beamed, soaking up my humiliation. I'm going to go write my speech. Don't worry, Daddy, Mommy. I'll make the Vance name shine. Watching her skip away, a cold smile touched my lips.